AV actresses are female actors in Japan who specialize in performing in adult films. In Japan, being an AV actress is a profession. However, choosing this profession requires facing immense pressure from family and society. Hello everyone, welcome to Chow Mei's Movie Talk. I am Chow Mei. Today, the movie we are talking about, Confessions of an Actress, vividly showcases the unique profession of being an actress. The story is composed of several stories of women. For easy understanding, let's tell their stories one by one. The first woman is named Mei Hui, a 35-year-old housewife. She has been married to her husband Ajian for many years, but they don't have children. Maybe as time goes by, their feelings for each other have gradually faded, and they no longer have the passion they had during their honeymoon period. Ajian even chose to sleep separately from her, citing his busy work as a reason. One morning, she went to Ajian's room to help him clean, but while tidying up, she suddenly discovered a small movie disc on Ajian's desk. Mei Sui felt very uneasy in her heart. She didn't understand why her husband would rather watch this kind of movie to fulfill his physical needs. She doesn't even want to touch herself. So, when having breakfast, she expressed to her husband that she wanted to have a sexual relationship, but her husband told her not to talk about such topics early in the morning. Moreover, her husband came up with various reasons to refuse and said that he only wanted a child and was satisfied with their current life. Then he quickly changed the subject, and breakfast ended in an awkward atmosphere. Mihue feels more and more inexplicable in her heart. In the eyes of others, she has always been gentle, virtuous, sensible, and obedient, a good woman and wife in the eyes of outsiders. But the frustration in her heart cannot be shared with anyone. She doesn't understand why her husband has lost interest in her. She thinks of the small movie discs on her husband's desk. She wondered if her husband would become interested in her if she appeared on the screen like the actresses in the movies. With this thought in mind, she went to a film and television company and took on a job as an actress. She was asked to take off her clothes for a responsible audition video. She felt very embarrassed, but in the end, she agreed. The next day, she came to the hospital to visit her critically ill father. Suddenly, she received a phone call telling her that she had been hired and asked her to come for a shoot 4 days ago. Mihue's heart was filled with mixed feelings. Before going for the shoot the next day, Mihue lied to Ajian, saying that she was going to the seaside to play. She hoped that Ajian would ask her a few more questions and preferably stop her from going. However, Ajian didn't say anything, just coldly indicating that he knew. Mei Hui still wanted to give Ajian another chance, so she said to him, "Actually, the gathering is not that important. If you want me to stay, I won't go." However, Ajian didn't try to keep her, he just said, "You must have a hard time taking care of your father-in-law every day. You should go out and have some fun." It's impossible for her husband to say what she wants to keep. Miho happened to go out with a heavy heart. Came to the filming location, and since it was the first time to shoot, Miho couldn't pretend to be very good, and the other people who cut the sentences were very good to her. At the end of the shooting, Miho sat on the side to rest, and the actor who was traveling with her came to her and told her not to be nervous. "It will be fine slowly. When I first started this job, it was the same. But just treat it as a regular job and complete it seriously." Sui Mei saw a family of 4 playing nearby and suddenly burst into tears, saying that she also had a happy family with children around her. Does that mean she doesn't have to do this kind of work anymore? One day, while Mihue was filming, she suddenly received a call from her sister, saying that their father had passed away. Mihue went to the hospital but didn't get to see their father for the last time. She felt regretful. At this moment, her sister told her that she was pregnant. Mihue was very happy for her sister, but her sister told her that the child was not her husband's. She is pregnant with another man's child, but she doesn't want to have an abortion because she believes this child is a reincarnation of her father. She is afraid that her father would be unhappy if she aborted the child. Speaking of this, the older sister said to Mimi, "I am not a good woman, I am not as virtuous as you." Miho quickly denied it when she thought of being an actress, saying that she was not very virtuous, let alone a good woman. After returning home, Miho suddenly pulled Ah Jian and said that she wanted a child. Looking at Miho who was on the opposite bed, Ah Jian asked her what was wrong. Miho still couldn't help but tell Ah Jian about being an actress. Ajian couldn't accept it. He didn't know how to solve this issue or how to face Mei Sui. So he decided to handle this matter after dealing with Mei Sui's father's funeral. Mei Sui started crying sadly. She asked Ajian why he didn't scold her or blame her. Perhaps only in this way could he alleviate the guilt in his heart. The second girl is named Kainai. She has been an actress for a while. Suddenly, one day, she received a phone call from her mother. Her mother somehow found out about her acting career and called to question why she would do such embarrassing things. The next day, Kainai's mother and sister came to find her. Under the pressure of her mother's questioning, Kainai finally admitted what she had done. After her mother found out, she asked if there was something difficult for her to say, why she would do such a job. Meanwhile, her younger sister looked at her with disdain in her eyes. Not only that, her younger sister also mocked her with words, while her mother asked her if she was short of money or being coerced by someone. She asked Kainai to quit her job, but Kainai refused. In a fit of anger, her mother slapped Kainai hard. Unable to bear it any longer, Kainai ran away. She went to a bar and met an editor from a magazine. They hit it off and the man believed in reincarnation. If a person doesn't live a happy life in this lifetime, then in the next life, it will make up for the regrets of this life and become a better person than this life. After hearing this, Kai-nai said, maybe this is the first time I have been a human. In the evening, after Kai-nai returned home, she saw a note left by her mother. Daughter, if you ever feel tired, come back to your mother's side. Mom will always be your harbor. Seeing the note, Kai-nai quickly ran to the station to find her mother. After finding her mother, she asked her sadly how she should go back. She couldn't go back by herself anymore. She shouted desperately that this was just her job. Her mother didn't say anything, she just gently hugged Kai-nai in her arms. The third girl's name is Xiao Kai. She came to her grandmother's house with her mother when she was 6 years old. Before that, her mother had been away from home for 10 years. Suddenly returning, her grandmother kept asking her who Xiao Kai's child was and where the child's father was. Xiao Kai's mother told Xiao Kai's grandmother that the child's father had separated before Xiao Kai was born. Afterwards, I didn't want to bother with my grandmother and went to sleep. After 6 years old, most of the time, I lived with my grandmother. She didn't like my mother because my mother was often not at home. Even when she came back, she was always drunk. Xiao Kai asked her to find a job, but she refused, saying that she could continue to rely on her grandparents because her grandmother was still working. Xiao Kai had never seen her father, and when she asked her grandma would say that there was no dad in the family. But besides that, Xiao Kai was very excellent. She is beautiful, she can also paint, and she has a boy who admires her. One day, Xiao Cai's classmates received a message saying that Xiao Cai's mother used to make short films and got pregnant with Xiao Kai while filming, so she had to give birth to her. The boy who admires Xiao Kai is very worried about Xiao Kai. When Xiao Kai heard this news, she fainted on the ground. Her friends around her always mocked her, but only the male classmate who admires her sent her a message, asking her not to be too sad and not to care too much about her mother's affairs. And Xiao Kai found her mother and asked her if she had acted in that kind of movie when she was young. Her mother replied, you know, but that was before I gave birth to you. Do you hate me even more now? Xiao Kai didn't answer and continued to ask. Did I accidentally get pregnant while you were filming? Is that why I was born? This time, Mom didn't answer her, but said that Xiao Kai was luckier and left. Xiao Kai went to find her grandmother and blamed her for not disciplining her daughter well, so Mom has that kind of personality. To do something like that. Grandma didn't know what to say, but just told Xiao Kai that she used to feel unhappy, and I think your mother is the same, and you'll understand when you grow up. Xiao Kai angrily questioned his grandmother. When you grow up, you will understand. When you become a mother, you will understand. Why do you adults only say such things? At this moment, Mom walked in. The next day, Xiao Kai came to Mei Hui's house. It turns out that Xiao Kai is Mei Sui's dad's daughter. Knowing that Mei Sui's father passed away, Xiao Cai's mother finally told Xiao Kai about it. Mei Sui said that she also knew about the existence of Xiao Kai and her mother, but they had left before Xiao Kai was born. Xiao Kai still refuses to forgive her mother. She said to Mei Sui. It must be because Mom went to shoot a short film and became an actress that her parents separated. Mei thought about becoming an actress herself, so she didn't give a direct answer. She thought, maybe Xiao Kai's parents are also a reflection of her future life. Most of the shots are taken from the perspective of a peeping person all day long, and most of the shots are shot from the ocean or from above, and the camera is always moving, as if they don't want to be discovered by the characters in the film. There are no dialects or archaic lines on the lines. But in terms of tone, it still has the style of old movies, as if trying to tell others, this is not telling a story, but peeping into someone else's life. In short, it can be considered an experimental Japanese new wave film. Interested people can go watch the full version of the movie. Alright, that's it for today's commentary. I am Chiang Mei. Don't forget to follow and stay tuned. See you next time.